Hey guys, welcome to another edition of The Way I Align. Pastor Nick, Pastor Alex here. We're so excited to be with you as we continue our series titled Fresh Start. 2020 is gone, 2021 is here. You and I, we need a fresh start. Last week we talked about purpose. And so many times purpose is connected to what we want to do or who we want to be and all this stuff. But remember, you and I, we have the same purpose. That as the purpose of a Christian is to make Jesus known and to get as many people to heaven with us as possible, because we're not... the end of our life doesn't just stop at earth. We have an eternal promise in heaven, and our purpose is to live our lives in such a way that we get as many people involved with Jesus as possible and get as many people with us to heaven. And so we talked about that last week. But you have to do your purpose. You have to live your purpose. You have to take control of it and do that. It's not just going to kick you in the butt and you're just going to do it. You got to do it yourself. Today, we're going to talk about passion. Passion. Week number 1, perspective. Week 2, purpose. Week 3 is on passion. Passion is described as an intense feeling. I'm very passionate about a few things. I'm very passionate about pineapple pizza. Oh, so good. Do you like, my one wheel? Yes, I love my one wheel. Just going for
Pineapple pizza is horrible.
Why? What?
Keep going.
Why does he say things? He makes me so angry. I'm just kidding. But passion is described as this intense feeling, right? And you and I have to be passionate as we walk into this new year. But there's a problem. So all of us, right? All of us in our lives, we have issues and we have things and we have all kinds of stuff that comes up. I got issues. I need lots of tissues. So funny. But all of us have issues. Pastor Alex, especially, has issues. He has got a lot of issues. Just kidding. I have way more than he does, but it's okay. But all of us have problems and issues. But many of us, we don't want to fully commit to the plan of changing those issues. A lot of us have these struggles and we have these things and we have all this stuff wrong with us, and it's easier for you to hide it and it's easier for you not to talk about it and just to walk on and continue on in your day like nothing's wrong. But that's not what life is about. And part of our passion is to see our lives become whole. Part of our passion as a Christ follower is to get all of that crap out of us so that we can be more effective for him. A passion is an intense feeling. We need to be intense about Jesus. And if we're intense about Jesus, we're going to clear out the crap in our lives. And so today we're going to talk about our friend Zacchaeus. Everyone say it with me, Zacchaeus. It says in Luke chapter 19, verse 8, it says, but Zacchaeus stood up to the Lord. Stood up. Sorry, he didn't stand up to the Lord. Here we go. But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, look, Lord, here and now I give you half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anyone out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount. Break that down.
So Zacchaeus was a big time tax collector. He was like a chief tax collector, which means he was the top of the top. He was in charge of a bunch of other guys. He's been doing this for a long time. And so that's who Zacchaeus was. Now, tax collectors in that time period were intensely hated by the Jews.
Haters gonna hate.
Especially since the tax collectors came from the Jews, so they're fellow Jews. And the Jews thought they were stealing from them. So they hated them, right? They utterly hated tax collectors. So Zacchaeus didn't have very many friends. He didn't know very many people. And so as a result, he's all alone. He's by himself. And I believe at this point in his life, he's probably realizing, man, I need a change. Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen.
I'm so alone.
I'm so bored.
No one likes me.
But that's literally his feelings though. Like, and sometimes maybe some of us can like feel like that right too, right? Yeah. And then top it all off, he's short.
Oh no.
This man was short. So it does not, I'm short. So it doesn't make anything even better at all, right? So now here's what happens. Imagine a CEO, right? A guy that's in charge of this big old company wearing a really nice suit, and he hears about somebody that he really wants to see. He's very desperate to see this person, and instead of like going out and like paying money or doing all these other things, instead of doing any of that stuff, because this guy is short, you run up a tree and go to try to see this person from a tree. That's ridiculous, right?
Zacchaeus was a wee little man.
That's exactly though what happened. It's really true though. It's exactly what happened to Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was short, and he was a businessman, and so he dressed really like rich and everything, but he was so desperate to see Jesus. He ran up this tree, got up this tree, and he saw Jesus. Jesus, seeing him, said, "Hey, let's go eat at your house."
Ooh.
Jesus invited himself over to Zacchaeus' house. Zacchaeus is like, "Oh shoot,
man!" It's like being at the party in the back, and you're trying to see what's going on, and the main person at the party is like, "Hey, you, let's go eat. You're like, me? Okay.
Yeah, and so now I'm sure his meeting with Jesus was where he begins to realize that he's gonna have an opportunity. He has an opportunity for change. But here's the issue, is that he's starting to realize in order to change, he's gonna have to give something up. He's realizing that the life that Jesus lives is not the life that he lives. He's realizing that in order to have some type of change, he has to sacrifice. And he sees the opportunity in the form of an insult from a Jewish leader who says, how can you eat with this man? This man is horrible. This man, he steals from us. He's horrible. And Zacchaeus, instead of lashing out, getting upset, he says, Lord, I will give away everything. I will give away 4 times the amount. I will go into debt for you.
Wow.
This is Zacchaeus' changing moment. Zacchaeus realized something that day. Change will not happen without sacrifice.
Oh, say it again. Say it again. Come on, say it again.
Change will not happen without sacrifice.
You just got some of you right there. There it is. Bam. That's so good.
Change will not happen without sacrifice. You cannot change things in your life unless you're willing to sacrifice something else. And sacrifice is only possible if you're passionate about that thing. See, he realized that Christ was worth the sacrifice. He was worth giving up everything for. And so he was willing to do that. See, you can be passionate about anything. And when you are, you will be willing to sacrifice anything for that one thing. I want to tell you today, Christ is worth that sacrifice.
What are you passionate about? If you're a Christian, your passion should be connected to God. Are you passionate about who he is? Are you willing to sacrifice the things in your own life, the things that you enjoy, so that you can get closer to Jesus? Right? A couple of months ago, I decided that I wanted to be more fit, that I wanted to lose weight, that I wanted to be on this road of being healthy for my kids or for myself, because I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw. Not because I wanted to look good, but because I knew I was unhealthy. And if I would have just sat on my couch back in August and said, you know what, if I think about going to the gym, I'll be healthy. I don't really want to give up anything. I just want to kind of sit here and I just want it to happen to me. All of us, we have this attitude that when we're Christians, that we can just sit on our butt and God will just do things for us and we don't have to move. Right. That's not true. You know what I did? I got up at 5 a.m, put on my shoes, stumbled out my door because I was half asleep, and I went to the gym. And since August, I've lost 40 pounds. And I don't say that because I'm awesome, because I'm cool, because I'm really not. But I had to sacrifice some things to get to the goals that I wanted. I had to sacrifice sleep. I had to sacrifice comfort. I had to sacrifice the feeling of when my alarm went off just to shut it off and not go. You know, sometimes it wasn't perfect. Sometimes I did sleep past my alarm and not go. Sometimes I ate too much pizza when I shouldn't have. But at the end of the day, I knew what my goal was. I knew I was passionate about reaching this fitness goal. And I say that to you because some of you, you're just sitting on the couch hoping in the goal that you have, you're just going to get there by just thinking. But it takes sacrifice. Yeah. Everything that's worthwhile takes a sacrifice of some sort. Jesus is the only thing that's guaranteed to be worth your sacrifice. Your time, your money, your friends, what you listen to, what you watch with your eyes, what you feel in your heart. Are you tired of being stuck? Do you want to change this year? Do you want to move into this passionate place with Jesus where you're going to thrive and you're going to live and you're going to be this person that you've always wanted to be? Well, it's time to give up some things. It's time to put down the shame and put down all the regrets. It's time to put down the things that you need to so you can move into the future. Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to sacrifice to live out your passion for Christ? Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for being with us. We're so excited about the opportunity to connect on our channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that yet. At the end of the month, on Friday, January 29th, we got Real Night coming up, Real Night. We got giveaways, we got guest speaker, we got all kinds of stuff. The team's been working hard and it's been awesome. All this crazy stuff's gonna happen. I can't wait for you to be a part of that. But guys, know that we love you, that we're praying for you, and that we miss you. We can't wait to be together. Have a great week.